My husband's sibling said, "She's only with you for the money." So I invited them to my family estate. When I met Owen at the community center where I volunteered, I was wearing paint-splattered jeans and a thrift store sweater. He worked the front desk part-time while finishing his master's degree. I thought he was cute. He thought I was broke. I never corrected him. After years of guys checking my last name on Google before dessert arrived, Owen just liked me. We dated for 6 months before he asked what I did for work. "I help manage some family properties," I said, which was technically true. I just didn't mention the properties included 3 hotels and a vineyard. His family was different. His sister Diane started immediately. "What do you do?" she asked at our first meeting, eyes scanning my clearance rack dress. "I work with real estate," I replied. Owen's brother Garrett jumped in. "Rental properties? Like apartments?" "Something like that," I said. The comments started small. Diane would text Owen asking if I'd contributed to dinner. Garrett would joke about prenups. Their mother Patricia would pat my hand and say, "It's so hard these days for young women to make ends meet." Meanwhile, she'd pull Owen aside and warn him about gold diggers. When Owen proposed with his grandmother's ring, a modest pearl on silver, his family held an intervention. Diane insisted I'd ghost him after the wedding. Garrett demanded a prenup protecting Owen's assets, all $12,000 of them. Patricia cried about her baby being taken advantage of. Owen defended me, told them I'd never asked for anything, that I paid for half our dates, drove a 10-year-old sedan. They nodded sympathetically, then continued planning how to save him from me. That's when I decided enough was enough. I called my parents. "I need to use the house this weekend." My dad laughed. "Finally going to tell them?" I sent Owen's family a separate invitation. Intimate family gathering before the wedding at my childhood home. Owen was confused but trusted me. We pulled up to the gates. Garrett said, "Is this the gatehouse?" I pressed the intercom. The gates opened. We drove up the quarter-mile driveway lined with oak trees. Patricia gasped. Diane went silent. The house came into view. 18 bedrooms. Original construction from 1847. The staff had prepared lunch on the south terrace. My parents waited with my uncle who ran the hotel portfolio, my aunt who managed the vineyard, and my sister who headed our foundation. Mom hugged me. "We're so happy to finally meet Owen's family." Dad shook Owen's hand. "Welcome home, son." They'd met him months ago. They loved him, but his family didn't know that. Patricia's hands shook holding her wine glass. Diane couldn't stop staring at the Monet in the hallway. Garrett kept saying, "I thought you worked in real estate." "I do," I said. "I manage the commercial properties." Over lunch, my uncle mentioned the Boston hotel expansion. My aunt discussed wine ratings. Normal family conversation. Except Owen's family looked terrified. After dessert, I gave them a tour. Showed them my childhood bedroom. The library where I'd learned to read. The music room where grandmother taught me piano. In the portrait gallery, Diane finally found her voice. "Why didn't you tell us?" I stopped. "Tell you what? That I have money? You were so convinced I was after Owen's non-existent fortune. I thought it would be interesting to see how long you'd believe it." Patricia started crying, apologizing. Garrett stammered about misunderstandings. Diane just stared at the floor. Owen wrapped his arm around me. "I married up," he said. "Way up. We still got married at City Hall. Had our reception at that local restaurant. Because that's what we wanted. Simple. Real." But Owen's family never questioned my intentions again. And every Christmas, when we gather at my family estate, I wear paint-splattered jeans just to watch Diane's eye twitch.